The story of this young girl made me to drop tears. Please listen to her story and advise her, please. I am a young girl of 21 years old, and this is my story. This happened when I was 13 to 14 years old. My dad never liked giving birth to female children, as I have observed while growing up. Up till now, I still have not been able to figure out why our father despised the female children and he was busy sending the boys to school, leaving the girls at home. I was not happy about that. Everybody around us noticed it and we are not happy too. One person came and told my dad that at least let him allow me to go and learn handwork. He accepted and allowed me to go and learn handwork. I went and learned how to tie gele, that is traditional hair tie, to make fascinators, event planning and parties. I learned those things within 1 year and he opened a shop for me. Then I was 15 years old. It is true that he opened a shop for me, but it was as if my mom owned the shop and I was working for her. If I make money, my mom will collect all the money and everybody in the family will spend the money. But before he opened the shop for me, he promised that they will help me to save the money for me to go back to school with the money, that I should not bother. For that reason, I was happy making money. Sometimes I will make up to 10,000 naira a day at my 15 years old. I was the person making this money. But each time I am seeing my period, if I ask my mom for 500 naira to buy my pad, she will be angry with me. She will always ask me to go and make more money, that from there I will take care of myself. I was not happy about the whole thing. It got to a point, my dad asked me to go and learn more handwork, which is catering, that he wants my mom to take over the shop that I was managing already. When he told me that, I was not interested and he started maltreating me. He forced me to the woman's place, and when I was learning the work, the woman was maltreating me and was beating me too. And this thing was going on because my dad has already presented me to her as a bad child. That was 2014. As a small girl, I could not go home in time each day because the distance was far and traffic was also much on daily basis. Even at that, I will always come back home between 6 to 7:30 p.m. But my dad would always lock me outside, calling me names, calling me wayward girl. There was a day I slept outside by the door. When it was morning, he opened the door and started beating me. He was telling me that he regretted giving birth to girls, but we are 4 girls and 4 boys. I am the 6th born. My elder brothers have tried their possible best to let him know that how he is treating the girls is bad, but no way to change him at all. In that 2014, the harassment I was getting sleeping outside each day my daddy locked me outside made me to be scared, and I have to go and start sleeping in a boy's place. I stayed in that boy's place because no girl accepted to accommodate me. Almost all the girls around were giving me different excuses because most of them were staying with their boyfriends. Sometimes I will come back by 7 p.m. My dad will chase me back that I should go back to where I was coming from, telling me that he is tired of taking care of we girls. Right from the age of 10 and 11, I could remember he has been telling me that I am old enough to take care of myself, that I am no more a child, that my mates are in their husband's house, some are already making money for their parents, and that was how he trained us. In the process of sleeping in the boys' place, and as a young girl who didn't know anything, I got pregnant. My daddy said that he was tired of seeing me around him. The way he treats me is the same way he treats other girls. I was pregnant, but I did not know until my dad sent me to go and do house help. There, the woman took me to the hospital and discovered that I was pregnant. She told my dad. My dad said that was good for me, that I got what I wanted. He said that he was even happy for that because he doesn't want to see me around. He threw me out and demanded that I must show him the boy who was responsible for the pregnancy. He was happy that I was no more around. I went to stay with the boy. To cut the long story short, I gave birth, and during naming ceremony, my daddy did not come. He said that he cannot come to a naming ceremony where bride price was not paid, but he was one that chased me away to go and stay with the boy, that after childbearing that the boy should come and pay my bride price, which he was not sure he will accept. When my baby was growing up to a year, the father was not showing concern again. It was his parents that was taking care of me. At a point, I told the parents that I have to go back to the city to look for a work, to take care of things, that I cannot continue like this. With my little understanding then, I came back to my dad, but he refused to allow me stay in the house with the baby. He was calling the child a bastard. He said that if I don't take time, that he will kill me and the child. The parents of the father of my baby allowed me to go with the child, and that anytime they want to visit, they can come. When this thing was too much, I have to call the parents of my father's baby to come and carry the child, which their deed. Since then, I've not been able to go and see him. My father then called them and told them since I am not married to their son that we should go our separate ways. All these plans was for them to carry the child away from me. Along the line, I met a new boyfriend. Because of that, my dad went and told the parents of my baby's father that I am married now, that they should go with my baby and stop disturbing me, that I have moved on. My father doesn't want me to get close to the child again, and it is almost 3 years now I have not seen my son. I need to see my son. My parents are now telling me to forget my son, but I need my son around me. I know the stress I went through before having that baby. Sir, it has not been easy. I don't know what to do right now, and I am confused. I also want to know if it is a crime to be a girl. Why is my dad so cruel to us like this? Why? Somebody talk to me. Why? Please advise me. What do I do? This is the sad story of this young girl. Please advise her and please share this video for others to advise her too. See you on Wednesday and next Friday with new videos. Please feel free to contact me on WhatsApp if you want to share your story here in House of the Sons Global. Share this video and see you next Friday. Thank you. This is House of the Sons Global.